So I'm stuck. Oh, jeez, I'm stuck right here. My leg is starting to get cold. I've been stuck here for a minute. This is nuts. I need to get out of here. Like, I need to get out of here like right now. Oh my gosh. Ah. I can see how people get trapped in avalanches and stuff. Then you're just stuck. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's vlog. If you're new to this channel, my name is Jason. Me and my wife, baby Judah, we have a channel together. It's pretty dope. We live in the great state of Alaska, and we just like to create and share what we create with you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Before we get into it, let's do a life update. There's not a lot going on as far as like outside the house because of COVID. What are you doing?
Decorating.
You want to give us a life update?
It's Christmas. Judah's first Christmas.
Yay. Whoa.
You excited for Christmas, son?
You excited for Christmas? Yeah.
Pretty much nothing. We're quarantined in the house, not seeing anyone for Thanksgiving or Christmas.
I just have one request though.
What?
After all this Christmas hoopla's done, can we stop watching Hallmark movies?
No.
She loves this time of year, so she's like decorating the house. We got the tree up, the lights, the decorations. I've been carrying in 500 billion boxes from the shed with all the Christmas stuff. Okay, I'm a little dramatic. It wasn't that many. All right, what are we going to talk about this week? Imposter Syndrome. Yes, I love doing these types of videos where I break things down that I personally walk through and I share them with you. Again, this is not a Jason giving you advice vlog. This is just Jason sharing his thoughts vlog. And what we're sharing this week is about imposter syndrome.
It's about 5 o'clock in the morning. Judah and Leah are still sleeping. Got my bag all packed up with the necessary essentials to actually go on. I can't be this energetic without having some coffee. I need some coffee. And I'm ready to go. So I want to hit the road by 6-ish. So I had to get up, get everything packed up. So yeah, this is going to be fun.
And I think how I'm going to break down the video is I'm going to walk you through what imposter syndrome is, some characteristics, and then we're going to get into how it personally has affected me and my relationships. And then we'll talk about what do you do from here? Like, you have imposter syndrome, so what do you do? Where do we go? Is there a cure? Like, we'll talk about all that.
Gas station, yeah.
What is imposter syndrome? Okay, have you guys ever been in community with other people, whether you're playing sports, you're at school, you're with your coworkers, you're in, church, whatever the case may be, and then you have this feeling like you don't belong, or you're a fraud or a fake, and you're trying to fake it until you make it. Any type of success or anything that you have with making it, yeah, you just blow it off and say, oh, I just got lucky. That's imposter syndrome. That is something that I've felt my entire life ever since I was a kid. So there is some characteristics that you guys might relate to if you felt this way. Doesn't mean that you have imposter syndrome. It's just some of the characteristics, and what are a couple of them? All right, so one of them is the perfectionist. Like, you always try to perfect everything. You set these lofty goals, and when you don't achieve them, it just solidifies that feeling of being an imposter, a fraud. I'm a fraud. Another characteristic is the person tries to handle everything themselves, the soloist, I think they call it. Yeah, it's like you try to handle everything yourself. You don't ask for advice, you don't ask for help because you are afraid that you're going to get found out that you don't know what you're talking about. Another trait is the one that I kind of connect to the most, and that's the workaholic. Like, I have it in my mind, I'm going to outwork all my other coworkers. I'm going to outwork everybody. I'm going to prove my worth by working myself to death. Like, basically, that's my thought process. And so those are just like some characteristics of what imposter syndrome is and how it makes you feel.
Getting directions to Hatcher State Park.
So how imposter syndrome affects me personally is I'm totally hard on myself. You know, having success in certain areas like creating and, for example, being a runner. I was a very decent competitive runner. I worked my butt off. I trained really hard to be a performance athlete. And so when I had success with running, like setting some PRs and nailing down some of those times and just chopped it up as being lucky. Like I got the luck of the draw, or, you know, every dog has its day, or what other ones that I have? Yeah, a broken clock is at least right twice a day. Like I never really gave myself any credit. I never felt worthy of praise. Like I felt like a fraud, like especially when it came to like my video work. They don't know what they're doing. They hired the wrong guy. That's that's what they did. When I have any type of success in anything that I do is when it tends to hit me the hardest. In my mind, like I'm not afraid of failing. I'm actually afraid of getting found out that I'm a fraud. I'm looking around, I'm seeing, like, waiting for the van to pull up and all these people hop out and be like, there he is, get him, it's the imposter.
All right, so I kind of waited until the sun came up a little bit more. I don't know where I'm going. It seems like you have to be skilled in having snowshoes or skis in order to hike around here. I don't know if that's true. I just know that I don't have either of those. I'm not gonna go too crazy. Can't wait till that initial like coldness wears off. I want to say me, Justin, and Stancer climbed up to the top of that.
I have imposter syndrome. Now, how do I cure it? Well, unfortunately, there is no cure. I'm going to share a couple things that I do to help negate that feeling. And I'll start with the second one first. So I think it's important that you find people that you connect with and that you trust, whether that's a friend or a counselor, somebody that you trust. For me, it's my wife. You find that person, explain to them what you're feeling, what you're going through, and have them like reassure you or kind of like take some of that pressure off your shoulders of feeling like you're a fake and like you're not worthy or you're not good enough. And I do that with my wife all the time. And the other one I want to talk about, this one is like mind blown. Like my mind just went because I was sharing my thoughts on imposter syndrome. And the first thing my wife said to me, which was funny, is she goes, "Oh, you have a name for it. So do you think that you actually like cling on to it more now that you have a name for this thing that you've been feeling?" When she said that, it kind of made me laugh a little bit. But the thing that like totally blew my mind, and you know, my wife is a successful chef. when she created a dish and created something for the menu, she'd, taste it, have other people taste it, get feedback. And, and when somebody tasted it and they realized like, oh, that wasn't good, like in her mind, and she put it like this: what is good, and what is bad, it's still good. They just have different creative taste. So, and when she said that, I was like, it kind of, and it sounds like really trite. Like you could think about it as like super trite. Like but it's not. It's actually, if you think about it, it's pretty deep. Like think about it. And for me, I had to get my mind thinking this way. It's a mind shift for me. And this is one of the things that I started doing now. And I did this in one of the other vlogs that I did about, one, I'm never like satisfied with my work. It's like I have to build myself up. Like I have to be my own cheerleader.
This is Hatcher's Pass. It's an old mining camp. I want to say like the 1938, it looks like it says. It's pretty dope seeing all these buildings here. We made it. We made it up here. I went walking over in this area back here, over here, and I sunk literally like up to my waist and it got stuck in a hole, and I didn't think I was gonna be able to get out. My legs are freezing. So much snow. It's crazy how much snow is out here. Successful. All right, I cannot go playing around out here without snowshoes or skis or something, because I just sink. All right, had my coffee, had some breakfast, and I head back to the car. Another lesson learned: can't really hike around Hatchers unless you have snowshoes or skis, something of the nature.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and give us some feedback. Like hit us up. If you just think this video is terrible, then oh no, they're on to me. I'm a fraud. I don't know what I'm doing. Just give it a thumbs down. Just thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Smash the button.